Hi guys, welcome to Classic TV Facts and Trivia. Thank you for being here today. Today's video is on the Waltons. I'm not sure I've done one on the Waltons before or not, to be honest with you. But this one's on Richard Thomas, who played John Boy. And he said he wasn't looking to bury John Boy. He said, I love the show and that portrayal, and he meant it. There are two things you can do as an actor if audiences have identified you as a singular character. You can either run from it or embrace it. Both of these methods had varying results. An actor's attempt to run from a role that made them famous might appear like a rejection, and therefore disrespectful. But the embracing their claim to fame, an actor might jeopardize many future roles, forcing themselves into the deep confines of typecasting. Richard Thomas was one of the few child actors who grew out of his character without denouncing it. Many remember Thomas as John Boy Walton of the Waltons, but he also had enjoyed an incredibly successful career on the screen and the stage. So how'd he manage it? Thomas spoke out about his career during an interview with the Chicago Tribune and maintained that he still adored the Waltons and John Boy, and he wasn't interested in divorcing himself from the character. In a way, I don't even want to bury the John Boy image, he said. I love the show and that portrayal, and I mean it. Still, Thomas was aware that the best things are enjoyed in moderation, and he still had the ability to pursue other acting roles. You have to balance something like that by doing other things, and it can take years and years to wipe away an image built up by 6 years of television, he said. For some people, I'll always be that character, but why let it kill you? Thomas' easygoing attitude about his association with John Boy may just be the secret to his success, but it wasn't difficult for an actor to be identified with a character as well loved as John Boy. Thomas himself loved this series and called it a quality show during an interview with the Buffalo News. I feel that alienation has been stressed long enough in our society, he said, and The Waltons is a show which is concerned with what we need right now, a sense of unity and independence. Good actor. John Boy was a great character. This Waltons is a great show, but I got to say this. I always say this about Richard Thomas. He was hired to portray Hank Williams Jr. in the Hank Jr. story. What a terrible casting decision. Hank Jr. is a big dude, and Richard Thomas he'd been better set up to play Hank Sr., a little skinny little runt. And I just didn't mix at all. I was so, why in the heck would they, and that's not anything on Richard Thomas's acting ability. I mean, he did his best he could, but it just didn't match. It didn't fit. And it didn't come close to fitting. I always thought that was very strange. But I love the Waltons. I hope you guys loved this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and like it. And please subscribe if you have not yet. You guys have a great day. God bless you. And I'm praying for you.